the number one thing is he's going to be that closer in the fourth quarter, right? And he's the greatest scorer to ever touch the damn basketball in my eyes. Now, with that being said, he has zero excuses. This is the best situation, the best team that he has been on since he played in Golden State.
What if I told you NBA defenses are leaving Kevin Durant wide open, and not because they want to? Teams can choose who they help off of, but they don't just surrender their entire defensive shape unless something completely breaks. And that's exactly what Chicago did, because the Rockets have built something the league didn't expect. In 2025, Houston created an offense that turns Kevin Durant, one of the deadliest scorers to ever touch a basketball, into just a single weapon inside a system that never stops moving, constantly shifts, and revolves around a 23-year-old center who reads the floor like a seasoned point guard. Every defense now gets trapped between guarding Durant and watching Alperen Şengün slice them apart, or collapsing on Şengün and letting KD stroll into rhythm jumpers. A lose-lose situation that makes it look like the NBA is witnessing the birth of a system so balanced and unpredictable that the entire league now has both a Kevin Durant problem and an Alperen Şengün problem. Last season, Houston's identity wasn't their offense but their suffocating defense. A top 5 unit built on length, speed, and raw competitive fire, with Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, Dillon Brooks and company turning into one of the toughest defensive cores in basketball, strong enough to grab the number 2 seed in the West. But the offense, ranked 12th, looked good until the pressure hit. When the playoffs arrived, everything sharp suddenly cracked. Fred VanVleet had moments of brilliance but not enough. Şengün's elite year was smothered as defenses collapsed on him. Mismatches vanished, and the offense that once felt on the brink of greatness fell apart with bad shot selection, shaky decision-making, and fading efficiency, especially against Golden State. So in the offseason, Houston swung big literally and figuratively by acquiring Kevin Durant, one of the most talented scorers the NBA has ever produced, pairing him with a young core that was maturing fast. On paper, it looked like the missing piece, until disaster struck when VanVleet tore his ACL, instantly stripping the Rockets of their primary organizer and leaving Durant to join a roster suddenly without its lead playmaker. Expectations dropped from dominance to survival as Houston entered the season thin, young, and unsure how the offense would function without a traditional floor general. But 7 games in, the doubts have flipped upside down. After opening with 2 close losses, the Rockets exploded, winning 5 straight and climbing to 5-2 behind an offense that wasn't supposed to be ready but is now running like a fully tuned machine, silencing every early concern about chemistry, shot creation, and playmaking. Houston currently owns the best offensive rating in the NBA at 126.5, sits top 5 in scoring at 124.7 per game, has jumped from 24th to 2nd in true shooting percentage, and now leads the entire league in three-point percentage at a scorching 42%. Last year's Rockets were known for defensive grit and relentless pressure, but this year's team is turning into a straight-up scoring engine, dangerous on both ends with Durant and Şengün at the core, feeding off each other's gravity, creating clean looks, open lanes, and a completely new identity for Houston basketball. Kevin Durant, long before landing in Houston, had already checked every box a superstar could dream of: titles, Finals MVPs, scoring crowns, an MVP, and a guaranteed Hall of Fame ticket. And even at 37, KD's shooting gravity still bends defenses like only a handful of players in history ever could. On this young Rockets roster, his arrival wasn't just a move, it was franchise-altering. And so far, Durant has turned Houston from a fun, developing squad into a legitimate title threat, fitting into the system almost too easily. Through his first 7 games, he's averaging 24 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.7 assists on 51% from the field.
Here's Thompson looking to turn the corner into a diving Şengün. That's good, plus the foul.
36.7% from deep and 84.6% at the line with a 65.4% true shooting mark. He's taking more free throws than he has in nearly a decade while posting a career-low usage rate of 25.7%, meaning he's scoring more efficiently than most players his age should even dream of. And the truth is clear, this might be one of the best constructed rosters Durant has ever played on because, for once, he didn't walk into a team needing him to rescue everything. He came in with a purpose to elevate the young talent, empower them to run the offense, and lead through influence instead of domination, and that's exactly what he's doing. Durant is picking his spots, striking when it matters, and stepping back when the young core needs to grow. Amen Thompson, Tari and Reed Shepard are getting real opportunities and real confidence because KD knows when to take over and when to let Sengun or Thompson dictate the flow. As a result, Houston finally looks balanced, with Durant bringing elite efficiency while also getting the best support he's had in years.
But Kevin Durant isn't the only one driving Houston's transformation, because just as crucial is the rise of their franchise cornerstone, Alperen Şengün, who entered the season already established as one of the league's premier playmaking big men after earning his first All-Star appearance. Somehow, he's leveled up again, taking on even more responsibility with VanVleet out, and thriving under the increased load, averaging 20.4 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 7.3 assists through 7 games while shooting 47.2% from the field and a career-best 42.9% from 3 on his highest volume ever. The crazy part is how he's doing it. Sengun hasn't just improved, he's essentially become Houston's point guard, while still operating as one of basketball's most dominant post scorers, initiating offense from the top, manipulating defenses, and forcing opponents to choose which part of Houston's attack they want to die by. Earlier in his career, he torched teams from the elbows and low block with footwork and vision. But now he's bringing the ball up, running pick and rolls, and handling the offense as often as any guard. His career-high assist numbers don't even capture the timing, anticipation, and control he plays with, threading passes through traffic and connecting the entire offense while generating open looks for teammates like Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., and Amen Thompson. Even the passes that don't show up in the box score end up creating opportunities because Sengun's gravity forces defenses into impossible rotations. And through just 7 games, it already feels like he's entering a new Tier 1 where the Baby Joker nickname he's carried since his rookie season starts to feel earned, as he commands Houston's offense with the same kind of all-angle brilliance Nikola Jokic uses to tear opponents apart. Last year, defenses suffocated Sengun in clutch moments because he wasn't fully equipped to stay composed under pressure. But this season that same approach is being punished thanks to Durant sharing the floor with him. Their fit starts with rim pressure, the key ingredient that complements KD's unmatched perimeter threat. Because while Durant may be the most dangerous jump shooter in NBA history, Sengun forces defenses to collapse inside, opening the floor in a way that unlocks KD's cleanest looks in years. Even when Durant doesn't touch the ball, his gravity bends the court, giving Sengun more space to operate at the top. And that small bit of extra room lets him slow down, read the floor, and pick apart defenses. So now opponents have begun switching between doubling Sengun and sending extra help toward Durant. But either way, one of them will punish you. If Sengun has the ball, he finds KD wide open. And if Durant draws the doubles, he swings it back inside where Sengun goes to work. That's what makes Houston's development so shocking. When VanVleet went down, everyone expected the offense to fall apart, but instead it forced Durant and Sengun to take more control. And the results have been electric. Their two-man game has become a nightmare. A perfect balance of inside and outside pressure that keeps defenses guessing, creating endless scoring options. The wildest surprise isn't even Durant drawing doubles, it's Sengun commanding so much attention that KD is getting cleaner looks than he has in years. Sengun's vision and footwork have earned him endless comparisons to Jokic. And now with Durant beside him, both players' strengths amplify each other in a way Durant's never experienced before. KD even admitted it on social media, tweeting that sometimes he's shocked at how open he is and joking that he bricks shots because he can't believe it, praising Sengun's ability to see everything. And the scary part is they're still figuring it out, still learning each other's timing, still building chemistry that already looks lethal. Sengun can bully mismatches, orchestrate from the top, find shooters, or attack the rim. And that versatility is one of the biggest reasons Durant chose Houston in the first place. Their two-man action is dismantling defenses and powering one of the league's most explosive offenses. But the Rockets aren't just relying on their two stars because Amen Thompson has quietly become a massive part of the offensive leap as well, dropping 28 and 27 points in his last two games and averaging 1.865 for the season while thriving with more ball handling, responsibility and emerging as a rapidly developing two-way force. Last season, Houston had to grind out wins with defense, but this year their offense can carry them, giving them room for defensive lapses during the regular season as they refine a system that might soon become unstoppable. All in all, the Rockets have built a formidable and unconventional offensive attack, one that could make them a serious threat in the Western Conference if Durant and Sengun keep playing at this level. So now the question becomes, could this duo actually lead Houston to the conference finals? And if you believe both Sengun and KD will make all NBA teams by season's end, smash that like button, subscribe, and check out the videos on your screen.